Hi and welcome back to Rob's Drawing Club. Today we're drawing a penguin, but instead of hunting for fish, he hunts for clues. So introducing Inspector Penguin. Check out the cute hat, classic trench coat and magnifying glass. Grab your pen or pencil and let's draw. So we're going to start at the base of the hat. He's an inspector, so we're going to give him a kind of trilby hat, and we're going to start with a kind of C shape near the top of the page, about 5 or 6 centimeters from the top, and we want a quite tight sort of C line there. Reverse it round, back again, and again match that shape to the back, and we're drawing kind of the base of the hat. From there we're going to draw the lip of the hat just coming upwards, giving it a slight curve. So start somewhere near the bottom end and then draw a curve just coming slightly upwards and then just back downwards, almost like a wave, and that's the kind of side of the hat brim popping up. We're now going to draw in the top of the hat, so start just about half a centimeter below the bottom of the C shape and draw a fairly sort of diagonal line with a slight curve on the top there, and then a flatter thing curving slightly downwards and back up. And we're going to pause here because we're going to draw in the brim, the ribbon around the brim, where we're going to put a little fish, just for a funny sort of symbol. So start at the back, and we're going to draw just up a small vertical line, like that, just telling us where the kind of ribbon of the brim will go. And again, a slight curve on this, just drawing across like that, and then match the height, about half a centimeter in width, across. And that's your ribbon of the brim, and we'll draw the fish in now so it can sort of cover over the back area of the hat. So whatever size you like, and just draw a simple kind of fish shape outwards for the tail, little wobbly line for the back in, and then bounce back out, and he's got a fish tucked into the brim of his hat. And then we can just clean up those lines there and then just draw in the hat, and there we go, we've got the hat drawn in nicely there. So following that, we'll go straight in for the head. Now our Inspector Penguin's got a long beak. Okay, I'm going to start it roughly just at the same point as where we began the top of the hat, and we want a line just curve outwards slightly and then curving back down, and that's the top end of the beak. And we're going to come back across, give it a sort of a reasonable width, slight curving backwards but only slight, like that, for the bottom of the sort of beak shape. And then we're going to curve down for the neck, about there. Okay, so you can see sort of the penguin head taking shape. And we'll do the back end as well. He's going to be wearing an inspector's jacket, a trench coat, so we'll start putting the collar in a minute, but we just need to do the back of the head. So again, a slight curved line there, which is the back end of the head, so you can start seeing the head taking shape now. Now we're going to draw in the collar for the jacket. Okay, could be a bit tricky, this one, so what we need to do is just come about halfway down the neck, and we're going to draw a kind of slightly, only very slightly S-shaped line, and just kick it backwards in, and that's the collar of his coat. And then we're going to do the same, so we're going to come back outwards and then curve back in, and that's going to be the collar of his inspector's jacket. Now we can finish off the kind of the neck shape back into the center, so just draw that in a bit further, but leave about a centimeter. Next we'll do the other side of the trench coat collar, so we're going to go about a centimeter down from where we finished there, and this is the overlapping side of the jacket, and we want to curve upwards, not too quickly, and you see that nice gentle curving line. Continue up to about there, and then so leaving about 1.5 centimeters from the back of the head, and we want to do a very gentle curve and then just drop it down, and this is the top end of the collar, and then backwards again, just gently curving back towards the neck, and then finish that C shape off there. And then we're going to finish that top line off, so rejoin the line there and then just finish it off at the top. And now we'll put the lower end of the lapel in as well, so start at the very bottom of that curved line there, we want to go out quite nice and wide in that kind of triangle shape. Just gentle curve at the top, and then rejoin it sort of there. And there we have it. We've got the collar of his inspector's jacket. Next, we've got to draw what's called an epaulette. That's a little kind of bit of fabric that sticks over the top. We just want to do an arrow sort of shape. So kind of like a rectangle with an arrowhead. And again, it could be big or small, whatever you like. And then draw a little circle for the button in there. And then when we've got the top of that line, we can just join that to the top for the shoulder. And now we're going to draw in the arm of the jacket. Okay, so start at the base of that arrowhead shape, and drew quite a long line down, just over half the width of the page, the length of the page, I think, and quite wide, because this is his flip is going to be poking out the jacket, so we need a fair amount of width. And again, that's the base of the jacket, and then we're going to come back upwards, thick line, sort of matching the width, just maybe coming outwards slightly, stopping there, and then we're going to go thin line and just curve it back where the stitching would be. So we just do a light line and curving it back towards the base of that epaulette, and there's his jacket sleeve. And now we're going to draw the flipper poking out from the bottom of the sleeve. So do a sort of soft arrow shape, and there's your flipper poking out from the jacket. And we're going to do a little detail for the base of that there, just do a little wrap around like a U shape for the bottom of the sleeve detail. Next, we're going to draw down towards the belt. So we're going to start just about ½ centimeter into the first lapel that we drew, the collar, and just follow that line down, stopping maybe 1.5 centimeters from there. We're going to draw in the belt of the jacket. So start with the buckle. We come inwards. We want a rounded square, fairly big. Again, you can do your own size on this, it doesn't actually matter too much. And then we're going to do a smaller square inside, and that's the belt buckle. And then once we've got that, we're just going to curve around, join those lines up. Oh, I forgot actually, we need to do the belt end poking out. So start actually from the middle point on the right side, and we want to draw like an S-shaped line. Again, we can do this in lots of different ways, and then match it exactly on the top side, and then finish with a kind of arrow shape. And that's his sort of belt end popping out. And then we're going to match that line on the other side. Okay, and then behind that is the rear of the belt, and we're just going to go like that, stop. Need a belt loop in, so just put in a little vertical rectangle, and then continue the line round. And there we've got our belt, and we want to put in a couple little holes, so just draw in wherever you fancy. A few little holes there, and we probably need to put in the belt buckle there. And there we go, we've got our belt. Now we need to match that line from the bottom of the collar down to the center. Okay, we're going to finish the coat off down, and then we'll do the second sleeve in. So take the line we drew there, I'm just going to smooth that over a bit, and then we're going to go again down, almost like be 3/4 of the way down the page, and just kick it out slightly. And then we're going to do the same again from the middle. I'm going to put a little wave to give that material quality. So start lower end of the buckle and just do a little wavy shape to give it that sense of a material that sort of folds. And then join that line to that line. Leave a slight indentation, and then curved line over around the bottom, and then back up towards the base of the flipper. And there's his jacket. You can draw the buttons in, so it should have sort of 6 buttons, but the ones are going to be covered by the belt. So start at the join of the collar and just draw a circle. Move along about 1.5 to 2 centimeters and draw another one. The other two will be covered by the belt, and then we're going to do another one there, and then another one there to keep them roughly the same size. And then we're ready to draw in the other arm. So this one's going to be holding a magnifying glass, so we need to draw in the sleeve again. Let's start from the top, halfway up the left hand lapel, and do a curving line outwards, similar length to that one, and then sort of just very gentle curve back down towards the body. Again, do the little U-shaped detail on the base of the sleeve, and now we need to draw in the flipper. So we're going to have him holding a magnifying glass. So we want a little gentle line down from the base of the sleeve, and then we're going to draw the top of the magnifying glass. So draw a sort of top end of a rectangle like that, and from that we're going to draw out a circle. This is quite tricky, but it doesn't matter if we get it slightly wrong. So we're going to do 2 little upwards lines, and then we're going to do sort of the best circle we can, nice, fairly big, and just kick it out round. I'm not going to be too fussed if I don't get the shape perfect. And there we go, I've not done too bad there. And then inside we drew the same shape, so it looks like the glass of the magnifying glass. And try and sort of keep it fairly accurate, but again, it doesn't matter if we get it slightly wrong. There we go, because it gives a bit of character. And then we're going to draw the flipper wrapping around the handle. Okay, so from the left hand line of the handle, draw a little curve downwards, just slightly kicking out from the handle. And then we're going to join the top again and do a little rounded arrow shape there. So it's sort of like he's wrapping his hand around the handle of the magnifying glass. And at the bottom, finish off that rectangle shape. And then bounce the line from there to there, wherever you like, to rejoin the coat. And we've got our magnifying glass. Now we've got to get the feet in. We've done most of the hard bits now, and Penguin's got kind of fluff at the bottom, so we're going to do some little zigzaggy lines. So just come out just ½ centimetre in from the corner of the coat, down, and then we're just going to do some squealy zigzags. Don't fuss around too much. I think actually if you don't join all the lines up and just do some zigzags, it looks quite natural. And I'm going to do that, so that kind of shape, it's almost like a U shape with zigzags. And then we do the same again, popping out for the other leg on the right hand side. So again, just doing some little zigzag sort of lines, giving him that sort of fluffy feathers texture. And again, rejoining it near the top, and that is the base of his legs. To do the feet, we'll do 3 claws. So we're going to come outwards from the base of that zigzag, like that, and round like that, and then back, so it's got a point on for the claw, only about maybe just under ½ centimetre. And then we've done this before in other drawings. Go back to the middle, curve back down, and then do the same. And we want slightly bigger each time. Back to the middle, curving down, and then back towards the body. Don't do it completely straight because it'll give it a bit of a feeling of natural. And there's our kind of webbed foot. This one's going to be coming slightly forward as if we're towards the camera. So do a curved line down, and again do the same shape, just sort of arcing down, and then back again. Rejoin somewhere in the middle, arcing down, and then back, and then slightly bigger for the final one. And then we'll go back in the same sort of shape, diagonally. And there we have our second foot. Slightly, you can see I've made it slightly bigger because it's slightly closer into where we're drawing from. Right, let's check in any sort of final details. So we've got our fishtail in. It'd be quite nice to add in some little lines there just to give it a bit of texture. We need to draw in the line for the beak. This will mostly be covered because we're going to colour it in black, but just start at the tip of the point, fairly straight. We could draw a slight smile there. Mine's a bit wobbly, but I think it'll do. And we need the eye in just underneath, just below the hat. Nice big googly eye. So circle, and whatever shape you like. I quite like, there we go, an oval shape. And then draw a little pupil in. There we go. Oh, he looks quite cute, doesn't he? Let's just check for final details. Got the magnifying glass, maybe doing a little circle just to give it that little shining glass feel. Just checking it's all right. And there we have it. That's our line work done. It's up to you how you colour yours, but you can watch me in super speed. I'd love it if you drop a comment with your idea for Inspector Penguin's arch enemy. Maybe a sneaky seal. Okay, that's it for Draw Along. If you had fun, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you next time.